Hello, my Capricorn and Capricorn rising friends. Sandra from ForYourChi.com. We're here today with your July 2021. Sorry about that. Tarot and Oracle card reading. How are you Capricorns doing out there and Capricorn rising people? I love you guys. Overall, not a bad month. I mean, Capricorns have certainly seen many worse months in the recent past. You guys have good news starting out right off the bat, heart chakra. So this says that you are opening up to receiving joy, to receiving love, to receiving your heart's desires. And what better message could you possibly get in the Oracle in your first house? Wisdom of the Avalon deck, we have the Wealth card. So you are, as Abraham Hicks would say, tapped in, turned on, tuned in, right? This heart chakra energy here is all about receiving and opening up to abundance, and good for you. Now, the abundance message is twofold here with the moving on card, which is the Eight of Cups in traditional tarot. You're coming out of the darkness into the light. And here we have a clue as to what this is about. You have the Spider card here in the Wisdom of the Avalon deck, Oracle. So the Spider talks about creative projects. So this first and second house could go hand in hand for many of you Capricorns out there. You could be working on something that's going to bring in this abundance here that was in your first house message. So if that's the case, keep it up. That's excellent. Third house, brother, sister, wisdom. So this card is for your sibling or someone that you would consider a sibling. Wisdom is the teacher card, the mentor, although as of late, the last 2 years, I read this card as sometimes the universe is teaching, in this case, your brother or sister, a major lesson that they're learning right now. They have the Earth Fairy here, physical health, grounding, and foundations. So you may have had a brother or sister who felt like they could actually have been some physical health problems. Perhaps tinnitus. I hear lots of people complaining about that, and vertigo. So I always tell people, obviously, seek medical attention right away. Oftentimes, medical attention does very little to help both of those issues. They might need to, in addition to seek treatment, go out and physically plant their feet in the ground. And also frankincense oil helps with all that, just to put it on your body. The root, at the root chakra, and also the back of the neck. Okay, fourth house, you have balance. So balance suggests, especially with regard to your home, you know, the Capricorn may be working too hard in the yard and in the garden and around your house. You may need to ease it back a bit, but you know, whatever it is that you're doing at home, you're loving it here. So, I mean, you love it, but it could throw you out of whack. Just be mindful of that Capricorn workaholic syndrome, and I know how you feel because I have a Capricorn moon. I totally get it. Fifth house, fertility. Okay, so fifth house rules your dating life. For those of you single Capricorns, it also rules your social circle, networking, friendships, not close friendships because usually that shows up in the 11th house. You could have a friend, someone in your group may get pregnant. This is also a very fertile time for you to meet new friends. So if you're saying yes to some invitation to a social event, I would definitely go for it. You have the horse here, which talks about accepting help from another and delegating authority. Okay, so you may be collaborating with your friend here, and you may even bring a friend in on this side gig, business idea, creative project / creative project. I feel like you guys have been working on that for a while because I pulled that message, was it late last year, early this year? Or maybe it was in your yearly reading, I saw that. I definitely saw that for you guys, though, in the last, say, 6 months or so. Okay, 6th house, base chakra. This is your house of your physical health. The base chakra says it needs to be cleared out. There could be an energy blockage in your base chakra. The easiest way to do that, if your doctor advises you so, this is not medical advice, if you are able to take a sea salt bath, I would definitely do that as soon as possible. The swan is here to talk about transformation and trusting those psychic gifts. You guys have more than one psychic card here. You pulled it in the 6th house and the 7th house. We're going to get to that in a minute. But you're receiving information here. And I feel like once you clear out that base chakra, there's going to be more information that comes in that perhaps was under the surface that you couldn't quite get because of that energy blockage. Okay, 7th house is your primary relationships. You have memories of love. For those of you single Capricorns, so for all Capricorns, this is the 6 of Cups card in traditional tarot. It says that you're traveling down memory lane. For those of you single Capricorns, you may not find someone because you may be daydreaming about the ex. Happens all the time. For those of you who are partnered Capricorns, you may be thinking about when the partnership was different or new, or you may be thinking about someone completely different. You may be thinking about your ex. You have another psychic card here, Capricorns, the Raven, which speaks about your psychic gifts here, and synchronicities, and coincidences, and magic. You may be seeing relevant numbers that have to do with this relationship that you are daydreaming in the past about. You might see this person's birthday on a license plate, for example, or you may look at the clock and you see their birthday, or you see some other numbers or series of numbers that reminds you of them in some way. So those are messages to pay attention to. If you haven't talked to that person, it may be time to reach out to them. Maybe. You'll have to follow the signs or get a reading to be sure. 8th house, crown chakra. Okay, so this house talks about your intimacy department, also taxes, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income, and for those of you that have that, and contracts. The crown chakra says you guys are getting information that's dropped in the form of random thoughts. So your guides and your angels are communicating through you via these random thoughts. Write them down, follow the messages. This could be related to a tax or legal issue. So if you get a message to reach out to some professional regarding one of those areas, please do so. The stag is here to talk about pride and leadership in here. So there is definitely a message that is coming through here where if you follow the advice of what your guides are giving you here, it leads you to the top of the mountain or the heap or whatever this is that you're working on. You will definitely be getting some notice and recognition as a result of this. So good for you. This is the best Capricorn reading I've seen in a while. Congratulations. 9th house, intuition. Okay, so this is travel. This is also your school. For anyone that wants to attend school or is currently in school, you have intuition again. This is the 3rd intuitive card that we pulled this reading. I'm starting to wonder what other cards here we have that are related to this. So this says that if you haven't already received a message regarding a trip that you needed to take or book, or a class or new skill that you need to learn, then that is coming for you in the month of July. Even if you can't sign up for it right now, write it down and do it as soon as you can. For most of you, this intuition card in the 9th house relates to travel. There is someone that you need to forgive here. Hold on. I'm back, Capricorn. We're talking about forgiveness. So there is someone that you need to see on this trip where the last conversation or a recent conversation that you've had with this person did not go so well, or perhaps they have done something to you and there needs to be some sort of reconciliation here. They may be asking you for an apology. You know, I'm definitely getting that with this. So, you know, listen to your intuition, listen to what your guides are telling you here. 10th house rules the career. You have recognition and reward. Okay, so this is pat yourself on the back for a job well done, Capricorn. For those of you that do not have a career, this could definitely be talking about your mother or your mother figure. She could be receiving some sort of recognition right now, but this is also my card of a little extra bonus money, and a lot of times it's a surprise, and you may not know it's coming, or your mother, it might be coming to your mother, and she's not realizing it. 10th house, we pulled Merlin, which talks about alchemy. These are two pretty good messages for the career spot here. This card also talks about justice and balance, getting your karmic rewards. I love it. You guys have put the hard work and effort in here, and it's going to pay off, and it has paid off, Capricorn, thus far. 11th house rules your children, also rules your best friendships for those of you that don't have children. Trapped in fear. Okay, so somebody's afraid to make a move here. They may be seeking your counsel, or you may need to seek them out if this is a child of yours and have a conversation with them about what is the problem here. Why are they afraid to leave the situation? Why are they afraid to make a move and explore that? Because oftentimes those types of fears are not real, and I feel like you will offer a solution here. And we have the frog, which talks about cleaning out emotional baggage. So this is definitely something from someone's past that is creeping up here and rearing its ugly head. And the frog also talks about feng shui and physically clearing out your house. So if this person that we're talking about here, whoever this is, your child, or if it's your best friend or a close friend, if they are an emotional wreck and you know their house is a wreck, you can relate those two events to each other oftentimes. 12th house is what's under the surface. It's about to creep up 3 months from now, so look for it in October. Movements, choices, and decisions says that you are doing your homework. You are not making any major decisions right now until you do the legwork and receive all of the information first. And also trust in the divine, and I'm getting divine timing specifically. So there's something that you're going to be working on in October, working towards. It won't be finished in October, but you are laying the groundwork and the foundation for what you're going to build next year. Thanks so much for sticking with me, Capricorn. Many blessings.